What's good, everybody? It's Gabe,
Marco?
and this is analysis number 6. And let's get straight into it.
Yeah.
We'll be reviewing the weekend games that happened. Many big games, many controversial games.
Yeah.
Let's start in Serie A with the most controversial game. I thought Lazio Fiorentina.
What can I say but lucky for Lazio? It was all luck.
I just don't know. This team has got lucky the whole year.
They didn't play well that whole game. I'm sorry. Not once did they play well.
They didn't. I don't think so. And, ever since they've come back from this quarantine thing, they have not played well.
Bro, I think honestly, they get so well. Oh my! I never really realized how many penalties they get.
Mhm.
They get so many penalties. That was not a penalty.
We both watched this game, and I thought Fiorentina played really well.
So did I. I thought they were gonna score more goals.
I'll be honest with you, Fiorentina did not deserve to get out of the Olimpico with a fucking loss.
No.
Are you gonna freaking tell me that that Ribery goal was fucking beautiful?
That was insane.
And not only that, I thought the whole team played well. Petzela at the back did well. What's his name? Ribery, of course, was one of the main players. Castrovilli.
Yeah, no, I love him.
Amazing player. For Lazio,
I can't name really one player.
Nah, Cherby did well in the back.
But he makes a lot of mistakes. I see them.
Yeah.
He makes a lot of passing mistakes.
I thought he had a decent game, but once again, let's discuss the first incident. That was not a penalty.
That wasn't a penalty. That was
Caicedo clearly dove.
Even the commentator said it. It was he touched the ground.
Everyone, including Lazio fans, knew this was not a penalty. I think it's quite simple. But what I find really strange, and that's pissing me off about, in general, not even in Serie A, in soccer and today, we got VAR for a reason.
Exactly. Why don't you look at it?
Even if you look at it, it's quite fucking clear. The guys in the background could just be like, yo, it's clearly not a penalty. Go look at it for yourself. And that's the referee's choice. He's the final person that decides if it's a penalty or not. Clearly, he thought it was a penalty, and Immobile, like I said, only scores on penalties and doesn't do shit the whole game.
He has 11 penalty goals now.
And that's 1-0 Lazio. I mean, 1-1 Lazio. 1-1. And then, don't get me wrong, Luis Alberto, I thought, also was another good player for Lazio.
But if you saw the play, the ball just came right to him. Hit off the Fiorentina defender, came right to him, he scores.
Listen, I don't want to seem like we're hating on Lazio, but I have to say they did not deserve to win this game.
I don't think
it should have been a tie. I think it should have been a tie because Alberto's goal was fair. It was a good goal. It won them the game. But something that I have to give credit to Lazio is that's winning mentality.
Yeah.
To score that goal in the 84th minute. Alberto's goal, that really is going to give them confidence into the next game and also building up to the league. Because, Juventus won against Lecce 4-0. Not a good performance, but they won.
Yeah.
They got lucky. They, a red card. They won. Lazio, harder game against Fiorentina. Fiorentina played a really good game. The coach wasn't even on the sideline.
Yeah, I know. I saw.
2-1 result. Lucky, but they got it.
Yeah, there's not much else to say about that game.
Yeah, let's move on to the next game in Serie A. Milan beat Roma 2-0. I thought the first half, Roma actually played really well. They created... There wasn't a big chance they created, but there was a lot of counterattack. You saw the plan from Fonseca. Yeah. He had Kluivert making runs in behind Mkhitaryan. I thought I had a brilliant first half. Picking balls out. Dzeko was doing well. But Milan, what they did very well is they kept their shape.
Yeah.
In the back, I thought Romagnoli was a 10 out of 10.
Well, you saw from the game, I feel like Milan just wanted that game more. I feel like they wanted to win more. Roma just looks so tired.
Yeah, and not too much about the first half, but in the second half, Milan obviously scored 2 goals. One from Rebic, that catastrophe in the fucking back. I don't even know what was going on there.
I don't know.
And then... obviously, a penalty in the last minute. It was a penalty. Smalling took Paqueta down. Was it Paqueta or Teo? No, it's Teo Hernandez.
Teo.
But, I thought Milan and Roma both didn't have their best games. I think what I can say about Milan's in the back, they look pretty solid.
Yeah, you can't say the same for Roma.
I think Romagnoli, Kjaer, Teo Hernandez, who played right back,
Conte.
They looked pretty good. So for Milan, I think it's a positive. Benacer's in front of them. Rebic, I really like. He's doing well for them. Donnarumma is also part of the back line. How big is he?
That's actually really big, actually.
Yeah.
Without Zlatan, they do a lot. Without Zlatan, they
Well,
win.
they definitely play more in behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They like to win games without you, bro.
For Milan, it's a great result.
Yeah.
You're home, 2-0 win. That's what you want. For Roma, I don't even know what to say. Like, in the second half, they just look dead.
Yeah.
But there's one excuse that I will give to Roma is that they didn't have that much rest before this game.
Yeah, that's one.
Milan had a week.
That's
rest.
the thing the commentator said about Milan, that Milan just looked sharper because
I don't think that's fair.
It wasn't fair, but what can you do about it? The game is a game.
Like, I could see, when Dzeko gets subbed off for Kalinic, that says a lot.
Yeah, I know.
But because
he looks slow anyway.
Dzeko never gets subbed out.
He looks so slow in the beginning of the game.
Yeah, but listen, now let's talk about Roma. What is your main issue that you saw from this game?
Honestly, from that game or previous game, they look like they just don't want it as much as the other team. They look so slow. The subs, as you said before, that they came on, they were all wrong.
The subs, listen.
The wrong time, wrong people, wrong everything.
Listen, I'm going to blame Roma's loss for Fonseca and also the players. This is Fonseca's fault because he made the wrong subs. You took off Mkhitaryan, who's our best player on the field today.
Yeah.
And you took off Edin Dzeko, who's our fucking talisman. The guy who carries our team. I get it, maybe he was tired. But, bro, I don't know. I feel like you just can't take him off. Maybe you should have brought on Kalinic and play a 4-4-2 or something.
Yeah.
I know Kalinic is not a good player, but just to support Dzeko and make more runs. Perotti is just so slow. If I was on FIFA and gave Perotti pace, I would give him 40 pace.
But he always never had good stamina, too.
Yeah, and then he brought on Pastore, too. We had to attack Milan, and we didn't do that.
Yeah, they didn't put on Schengen, so I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't understand. I've been saying Under would have been the perfect player to come on for this game. I know Carlos Perez, he's a good player.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with him.
He just didn't have a good game, and all right. But Under, for me, you should have brought on both of them.
Yeah.
Put one on the left, put one on the right. They're both left-footed. I know they want to cut in, but runs in behind.
This is a game to forget for Roma.
Yeah.
It's like every other game is for them.
I blame Fonseca for the subs. I thought his tactics weren't too bad today, but now I'm going to blame the players. And I'm going to blame a lot of players. I'm going to blame, number one, Lorenzo Pellegrini.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to blame Pellegrini because, he's so inconsistent. Don't get me wrong, he's a talent, he's a good player. But this is where I compared Zaniolo, that he has something, than the others. Zaniolo's not inconsistent.
I know, he plays every game.
He plays every game
so well.
really well. And even if he doesn't have his best game, this guy fights. And he fights. I saw Pellegrini just, usually he wins tackles. He runs hard. No, he didn't do anything yesterday. He came on against Sampdoria and he had a good game, and he deserved to start. Same with Cristante, same with Zappacosta. Spinazzola got the start. I told you I wanted Spinazzola to start instead of Kolarov.
Disappointed us though.
Disappointing. Cristante, I thought, was probably the only one that had a decent game out of the guys that started, but it wasn't anything special. And this is what the problem is with Roma. Besides the board with Pallotta selling all these players and damaging our team, I actually think Fonseca's building something really well in the future. We have talented players, but the thing is, these players aren't consistent. We need good, consistent players. I think the only players that have been consistent this season for Roma has been Chris Smalling, Edin Dzeko, and Zaniolo.
And one of them is out injured right now.
Yeah. I can't name any other players that have been consistent. And this is the problem. We need top-class players. What I like is that I'm seeing Pedro coming in. I know people are like, he's old and those. Pedro's consistent.
Gives you experience.
You know what you're going to get from Pedro.
Yeah.
Work rate, hunger. That's what we need. We need players that are hungry. Yeah. I heard Vertonghen could come in. Vertonghen in the back.
I like Vertonghen.
I would take him.
Put Mancini maybe up. It's defensive mid.
I don't know. But, I was really disappointed of Roma. The good news is that Zaniolo is back in training. And, that's going to be a spark. But what can I say? It was really disappointing. But moving on to the next game, Napoli played Spal. Napoli won. They won
Yeah.
3-1. It was a great victory for Napoli. Once again, I've been saying Napoli are just playing really well at the moment.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna still say it from the beginning of the season till now. I think they can beat Barca.
Yeah.
After the like they won Coppa Italia. They're winning games now, like left and right. They're going back to the old Napoli. I think they can. They have what it takes to win to beat Barca.
And something I heard actually from a commentator was that, Napoli's Coppa Italia win can actually benefit a team like Milan to get into the Europa League because Napoli are now automatically in the Europa League.
Yeah.
So Napoli don't even have to worry about that. Like, now for Milan, this win was big, and they could even get in the Europa League. But I wanted to touch upon in the Napoli game. I just forgot who scored the second goal. I know Mertens got on the score sheet, and Jonas scored the third goal. I'm not too sure who scored the second. Was it Callejon? Yeah, it was Callejon. And Petagna also scored for Spal. He's on loan from Napoli.
Does really well for them.
For Napoli, I have to say they looked balanced. They looked sharp. They were playing their game. They didn't really sit back today, and understandably why Spal is in last and second and last place.
Yeah.
Once again, I was impressed with every Napoli player. They played really well. Insigne, Mertens, Callejon actually connected really well today.
I'm actually getting more and more impressed with Gattuso and his coaching.
I'm telling you, he's the next big coach for Italy.
Yeah,
who knows? Me. One day for the national team, I could really see.
I can see that too, and he can bring that spark.
Another
to
thing
win
about
Euros
it,
World Cup.
Gattuso for me reminds me of Conte.
Yeah,
that he has that hunger for his team.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was a 3-1 win for Napoli. That was a good result. Moving on to Atalanta versus Udinese. You said 6-1.
All right, because Udinese just sucks. I thought they do suck, and Atalanta rightfully beat them.
Yeah, Atalanta won 3-2. 2 goals from Luis Muriel. A stat that I saw is that Muriel has the most goals as a substitute, which is crazy.
But he's a super sub for a reason.
Yeah, and for Udinese, a hard, they fought and everything, but Atalanta obviously a great victory, and you could see them honestly. I don't know. I could really see them in the semifinals of the Champions League.
Yeah, me too.
If they get a good quarterfinal draw, I could see them there.
So can I.
Not really too much about this game. They won 3-2. They didn't play their best. I'll give them that.
They still won though.
I didn't watch this game because I was watching the Napoli Spal. I saw the highlights, but I heard from many Atalanta fans that it wasn't their best game, but you see, they still got the job done, and that's consistency. But yeah, 3-2 win. But on to the next game. I thought this game was a very weird game. Parma versus Inter. I always said though, Parma and Inter, it's like a derby.
It's a great game.
Inter always struggles against Parma.
Let's talk about Gervinho for a second.
Let's talk about that first goal. Well, that was actually Gervinho's first home goal for Parma. He hasn't had the best season, but I'll tell you what, he had a really good game.
But when he delivers, he gives you a nice goal.
And also Parma actually have a very good team.
Mm-hmm.
Gervinho, Cornelius, Jacoponi, he didn't play, but he's a good player. Sepe, the goalie, I like.
Yeah.
He's good. Bruno Alves in the back. They have a good team. Kulusevski. That guy's a great player, man. For Juve, I hope he plays.
Yeah.
But Parma, for me, were the better team in the first half, and then I would say the first 10 minutes of the second half, but then Inter, I feel like, got into the game. They didn't have their best game. Eriksen was off. Lautaro was off. Lukaku was a bit slow.
Yeah.
Godin had a horrible game.
Really?
Godin was.
That's probably why he doesn't play that much.
Godin was getting destroyed by Kulusevski.
Because Conte knows what he's doing. He probably doesn't play that much.
Conte wasn't even on the bench.
But still, Conte knows what he's doing.
Yeah, and Skriniar didn't play, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's weird. Inter brought on Bastoni, Moses, and Young, and it made a difference.
They win the game in the last 5 minutes.
Last 5 minutes, Parma get a red card. De Vrij gets on the score sheet. Then Bastoni against his old team. Inter get the job done. How crazy is that? They had such a poor game, but they got the 3 points.
This end of Serie A is looking really like you don't know what's gonna happen with these games.
Something I wanted to touch upon though for a lot of Inter fans, I know they see this. Alexis Sanchez hasn't scored the most goals, hasn't had the most assists, but I'll tell you what, he's the one player for me that's impressed me the most for Inter.
Yeah, I know.
And I'll tell you why. every time he comes on, he provides energy, he makes runs, he takes on players, he has good passes. For me, Alexis Sanchez has done so well for Inter, and I think he could be a key to maybe competing for the title.
You think?
I actually think, because I'll be honest with you, Lautaro has been horrible ever since he's come back.
Yeah.
Lukaku has been okay, but I've been really impressed with Sanchez. His character has been good, and that's always been his game. He works hard.
Maybe he's taking back the years with that Udinese he used to play for.
Listen, I love Sanchez. I've always liked him. I think he's a top class player. He's obviously gone down. He's got older, but I would be really happy for him to do something for Inter, because I feel like he deserves it. Man U didn't work out for him, but yo, at Arsenal, this guy was insane.
Yeah.
So let's move on to La Liga. Celta Barca.
I don't know. We call it we say it every video that Barca just doesn't look good.
I
They
thought
just don't
Barca
look-
were gonna win a scrappy win, but
They don't play well. What's going on with them?
don't get me wrong. They played pretty well the first 60 minutes of the game. They actually played. I was like, all right. I watched it. I was like, Barca. They're playing well. They're moving the ball quickly. Finally, Messi was getting on the ball. Suarez scored 2 goals. That's big for Barca because they
Yeah.
rely on Messi so much. Griezmann started on the bench, and honestly, that kind of helped Barca. They looked more fluent.
Yeah.
Their midfield looked good, but when I tell you, when Celta scored that goal, everything just fell apart.
'Cause I feel like Barca just expects so much to come to them.
They just
Every year.
after that goal, they looked sluggish. They were misplacing passes like crazy. Never seen that before from them. In the back, they just looked. Barca never clear the ball like consistently.
Mm-hmm.
They kept clearing the ball. Then Iago Aspas obviously gets that last minute goal, and that really sums up Barca now. What is going on?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Like, do you think they depend on Messi too much?
100%. No, come on.
Yeah.
That's not even the question, bro. They just when he doesn't play, they just do bad. And then when he does play, they just rely on him too much. And
Yeah.
I feel like the same thing with Ronaldo. They look at him like, all right, they give
Exactly,
him the ball.
no.
They give him the ball. You do the rest.
You're completely right. Yeah.
You can't do that though.
That is honestly one of the most truthful things that people need to realize is that Messi and Ronaldo are older now, and you can't be relying on them for everything.
They can only do so much.
Yeah, they can. And that's when Barca were the best team in the world. They didn't just rely on Messi. They had Neymar. They had Suarez. They had Iniesta. They had Rakitic, Xavi, all these players. Now who the fuck do they have, man? They have Messi. That's it.
Yeah.
Suarez played a really good game, I thought. He scored. He did his job. But other than that, who was there to take that team? PK? Jordi Alba,
No.
these players, I don't know what's going on with them.
No.
And I feel bad for a lot of Barca fans because Barca have basically only won away from home against Atletico,
Mm-hmm.
Getafe, and the horrible teams in the bottom. Other than that, they're not good away from home. They're really not.
I don't know what's going on with them.
It's just the board is horrible at Barca. They just sold Arthur to Juve. And now they got Pjanic. Pjanic is a good player, but he's 29 years old.
And Arthur's 23. That's crazy.
It just doesn't make sense. But for Barca, poor result, 2-2. Moving on to the next game. Atletico beat Deportivo 2-1. This is perfect for Atletico.
Mm-hmm.
They may have conceded a goal in the last minute. They won 2-1. They looked like the better team. They look organized. Simeone, I feel like, has his confidence of his players.
Yeah.
Diego Costa got on the score sheet. Saul also played a very good game. What I have to say is that this win for Atletico was so big because tomorrow they play Barca away from home.
There's gonna be a big game.
That's gonna be for me the biggest game of the week because Barca need this win.
Yeah.
Real's top of the table right now. Atletico are playing really well. They've probably looked the best team besides Real, and they're away from home. And going to Barca at the Camp Nou is hard. But now that there's no fans, I could see Atletico taking that victory.
Yeah, I don't think Barca has what it takes really to.
Yeah, but for Atletico 2-1, they played very well. They look solid, organized. For me, Simeone, one of my favorite coaches ever.
He's stuck with them for so long, and I think that's what Klopp is trying to do.
Yeah.
But he's done more. He's won Champions League.
Yeah. But moving on to Espanol Real, Karim Benzema.
What an assist.
What a player. Has he replaced Ronaldo?
No,
You
no,
don't
no.
think so?
Ronaldo just brought so much
I'll tell
to
you
that
something
team.
though. Ronaldo played on the wing, right?
Yeah.
So what I noticed from this Madrid game that I saw was that you had Hazard on the wing and Isco on the wing, which for me didn't make sense because
Mhm.
Hazard and Isco and Cruz, they always want the ball. Modric too, they always want the ball. Like they come to feet. They don't really make runs in behind. When I watch Benzema, this guy does everything for the team. He works hard. He makes runs in behind. He checks in.
Yeah.
He does so much for the team.
But I still don't think he's the new Ronaldo.
Not the new Ronaldo, but he is, I think, the main influence is Real's
Yeah,
game.
yeah, you can say that.
Him and
He
Ramos,
is.
but 1-0 win, goal from Casemiro, amazing assist. Real are top of the table, rightfully deserved. What I notice about Real is that in this game they won 1-0 and they never looked like conceding. Never. They looked solid in the back.
Yeah.
They look so organized, and I'll tell you what, that's some winning mentality, and I feel like they have it.
I mean, honestly, I think they might be going back to the old Madrid. Like, I think Zidane knows what he's doing. He's their
Yeah,
coach.
and I think he should stay there.
Yeah.
But not too much about this game. I thought it wasn't the most entertaining game. It was a very tactical game. I actually thought for a La Liga game, which most of them aren't really tactical.
None of them are actually
But
tactical.
no, I wouldn't say that. Simeone and Atleti, they play tactical.
Yeah, that's
But
about it.
Real, they had a good game and they just possessed very well and 1-0 win. Moving on to the Premier League, we only had one game to cover from the Prem. It was Villa against Wolves. You said it, 1-0 Wolves. I actually watched this game. It was the first game in the morning. Wolves played well.
They're still that's the word for them. They're entertaining to watch.
I I would say that, but I'll be honest with you, this was the one game where they were not entertaining. And I'll tell you why. They looked tired. Adama didn't start. He came off the bench, and when I tell you, when Adama came off the bench, that's when they scored. Dendonker scored. He made the difference.
He does so much for that team.
Yeah,
It's crazy. He should stay there.
For Villa, Jack Grealish, I feel for him. You know, he carries that team. They have no forwards. For me, they're getting relegated. Aston Villa.
No,
they just don't look like a good side to me this
Grealish
year.
has to leave before something.
Yeah. For Wolves, great result. I could really see them competing for Champions League, like getting in.
I
there.
hope so. I like to see them.
That would be great. But moving on to FA Cup action, Norwich Man U. Man U scoring in the last 5 minutes. Maguire header, 2-1. Igalo also gets on the score sheet. Man U just looks solid.
I think you know why? Because Pogba is back.
Mm-hmm.
Bruno Fernandes is on fire. I think honestly they shaped that team, and they're like the two captains of the team. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I understand.
They're like that. Who should I say? Like they're kind of like Scholes in a way that just brings you to that winning mentality.
Mm-hmm.
I think that this is looking back at the old Man U.
I 100% agree, but something I wanted to touch upon was Igalo.
Yeah.
You know, Igalo scores goals, and he has more goals in his Man U career than Falcao and Di Maria.
That's insane.
And I'll tell you what, I watched him play. He's pretty freaking good.
I know. I like him.
His positioning is really good. This guy scores clinical goals. If I'm United, I keep this guy.
Yeah.
I think he should stay at least for one more year. He's a good super sub in the Premier League. Every time he started, he's scored. He's done something.
I know he does really.
He's a really good player. And for United, you know, this is great because Maguire scored in the last minute, and Maguire's has gone through some criticism about his defending, but I thought he had a really solid game.
Their confidence is back.
Yeah,
which
for
is really
United,
good.
this is great, and this is going to build onto their semi-final against Chelsea. But moving on to the next FA Cup game on Sunday, Sheffield Arsenal, another late winner. Arsenal won 2-1. Ceballos scored. Nicolas Pepe scored a penalty, and for Sheffield, it's another loss. It's not good for them.
No, it's not.
You know, their form has been pretty bad. But let's talk about Arsenal.
What is there to say about Arsenal? Like
I'll be honest with you. Arsenal played really well this
There's
game.
so many emotions that come out of Arsenal. Like,
Yeah,
one game you're like so sad, like why am I an Arsenal fan?
And then you're happy.
And it's like, what happened?
Well, listen, Arsenal for me had a really they had a really good game in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
You know, considering their standards, I thought they played really well. Kieran Tierney for me, that guy's the next Robertson.
You think?
Yeah, that guy's a good player.
Maybe better.
I don't know about that, but he goes up the field. He defends well. Saka's good. He plays in every position. For me, the most outstanding player for Arsenal lately has been Pepe.
Yeah.
You know, Pepe hasn't done well the start of the season, but he's starting to pick
He
things
does a
up.
lot during the game.
Yeah, no, he takes on a shit ton of players.
I know,
man.
and he beats them.
Yeah, and I really like this guy.
Yeah.
I noticed something that a lot of right wingers these days, like they like to cut inside, and
Mhm.
usually I don't really see that a lot of right wingers have the best shot as a lefty. For some reason, that's something I've been noticing. Pepe has a shot,
I
man.
know.
This guy can score. I could name a couple right wingers in the Prem that you know are very good, and then the rest are like decent. Like Mahrez and Pepe for me, very
Very
good
good.
wingers.
Mm-hmm.
But for Arsenal, this is a huge win. Ceballos scored in the
It's
last
actually
minute.
a really big win for them.
Yeah, and it was crazy because Sheffield scored in like the 85th minute, and then Arsenal scored right away. So for Arsenal, Arteta, for me, the perfect man for the job.
Yeah.
David Luiz got injured, and he also just signed the
I
contract.
don't know what to say. I don't know what to say about David Luiz, honestly.
Yeah.
How is there a contract extension after these
I don't
2 games?
fucking know, man. I don't even know. If I'm Arsenal, I'm just like, why would you sign this guy?
Would you
Like,
say who on that board just says, yeah, I
Who
want
the
David
fuck
Luiz?
in that board would be like, yo, David Luiz, sign that contract,
Great
bro.
defender.
Unbelievable, man.
That's
Nah,
nice,
but
man.
for Arsenal, great win, and for the fans, I hope you guys are happy because that's a great win. But now you're versus City.
I don't know what to say about
Moving
that.
on to the next game, though, Leicester Chelsea. You watched this one. I didn't watch it, so I'll let you talk about
Chelsea. I don't know. Honestly, like you kind of when we talked about it
Barkley
before,
scored, right?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Leicester just they don't look like they don't really look like they're
They've been
playing
poor.
well.
They've been poor.
But Chelsea on the other hand, they look so lively. Like they didn't play their best game either, but they look really good.
Intense.
Yeah,
They play intense.
They look like they want to
Did
win.
Posic play?
Yeah, he started.
Yeah,
They look like they
so
want to win.
yeah, that's the great thing about Chelsea. 1-0 win. I saw the highlights, but I didn't watch the game. But all I know is that Chelsea are in the next round, and
Mhm.
this is big. They just beat Man City. They're playing well. Pulisic is like on top of the world right now.
Mhm.
Semi-final against Man U, you can win that game, and you can get to the
I think they
final,
will win that
and
game.
you can win the final.
Yeah,
For me, this is Chelsea's competition to win. They
I
got
think
it.
so.
They have nothing to lose.
I think they should win this game. Win that game.
For Leicester, they haven't done well. I kind of feel for Vardy, man. I've watched the games. He's not been getting service at all. I think
Yeah.
Madison's been pretty poor lately.
Well, Madison didn't even play that game yesterday.
He didn't?
No, he was on the bench.
But I'm
He
saying,
was on the stands.
I saw from the other games that Madison, like, he looked pretty poor.
Really?
But I don't know. Leicester just aren't clicking right now, and Brendan Rodgers has got to do a job. But on to the next game: Newcastle versus City. City 1-2-0. Simple. City are better than I think.
Yeah.
City are just way better than Newcastle,
Yeah.
and City for me are the best.
You
team.
knew it was City's game from the beginning.
Sterling gets on the score sheet. I think Mahrez scored the other one. I'm not too sure.
I don't
No,
know,
De
it's a game.
Bruyne. De Bruyne scored a penalty.
Mm.
Let's talk about Kevin De Bruyne. Best midfielder in the world.
I think so. I think you can say that.
100%. For me, Kevin De Bruyne is for me top 3 in the Ballon d'Or right now.
Yeah.
I said in the last vid, Neymar, Messi, and Lewandowski. How can I forget De Bruyne? De Bruyne is unbelievable, man. This guy can walk into any team.
That guy, yeah, and he'll start at any team.
Yeah, and if for me, if City don't get Champions League like with that ban, he's got to go.
He should him 100%.
He's like 27.
I think he can go now. Like, come on, the Man City. What do you see Man City winning in the next few years? Besides maybe Premier League,
Prem.
maybe an FA Cup. But like, come on, don't you want?
No,
like,
Man City
Champions
win
League?
everything but the Champions League.
Yeah, I know.
So they are a big team, but they need to get that final, Champions League because Liverpool won the Champions League and they spent less money than City.
And then the year after they win fucking Prem.
Yeah. So, but for City, I don't want to like criticize them because they haven't had their greatest season.
Mm-hmm.
But let's be honest, City are a complete team, and I like watching them play because they play some good football. They have probably one of the best coaches in the world. So, good win for City. They're in the semifinals. They're playing Arsenal. I think they're favorites for that. But that's it for the for reviewing. Now let's preview some games.
We'll talk about all the games from every day.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about the games on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
The first game is Torino versus Lazio.
Listen, Lazio and Torino have a history of having a lot of competitive games. Lazio are away from home. They haven't played well lately, but Torino haven't either.
But honestly, I think it's Lazio's game because Torino, they're not really dangerous.
No, if there's one man for Torino's Belotti, but not even Belotti. He doesn't get service.
He's so inconsistent too. He's really inconsistent too.
Yeah, but I go Lazio 2-1.
I go Lazio 1-0.
Yeah, I think Lazio are gonna get this one done because that victory against Fiorentina, like I said, winning mentality that could get them done and everything. But 2-1, yeah. I'm gonna say a goal from Immobile, not from a penalty. I feel like he'll break that.
I'm calling Luis Alberto to score
Really?
one goal.
I could go Immobile and Milinkovic-Savic.
All right, yeah, I can agree with that. The next game is Genoa versus Juve. Now,
I'm going Juve. I actually think Juve are gonna win this game comfortable because I'll tell you what, they may have beat Lecce lucky, but I think that's building the confidence.
And Genoa's not really.
Not only that, today Buffon and Chiellini just signed another contract. That is so big for Juve. I know everyone's like, "Oh, Buffon, he's fucking old." Like
that man can still start for any team. Honestly,
not only that, Buffon is the locker room.
Yeah,
he is the leader.
He's that voice in the locker room.
He's the guy that's gonna fucking tell you what you're doing wrong. Buffon's been through it all. He's won a World Cup. The one thing he's missing is that Champions League.
And I know he won. That's why he keeps.
That's why him and Chiellini signed it because they want to win that Champions League.
And honestly, I think they can.
Yeah, I listen.
Next year.
Yeah, next year, not this. Well, that's why they signed.
Yeah,
but for Juve, I'm going 3-0. Genoa, 3-0. Genoa have been really poor this season.
Juve, they like to let in some goals. I say 2-1 Juve.
I'm going 3-0. I'm going Ronaldo. Higuain, I think, is going to get on the score sheet.
And Dybala? You can't count.
No, I'm going Bernardeschi.
Really? I don't know.
I think Bernardeschi.
I like him. Don't get me wrong, but he just I don't know what's wrong with him sometimes. All right. So next game on Tuesday is Brighton versus Man U.
Tough game. Brighton are a good side.
But Man U are just on the come up. I think, honestly, let's be fair. I think this is Man U's game, but Brighton's going to give them a game to play for.
You're right. So I'm going to go 1-0 Man U.
I can agree with that. Yeah, 1-0. I see 1-0.
I'm going to go a Pogba. I could see
Pogba
a Pogba goal.
I can see a Pogba assist. I can't see a goal yet. I don't know.
Maybe a Gallo. Who knows?
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
All right.
So next game, the last game on Tuesday, Atletico Barca. Arguably the biggest game of that day.
Biggest game.
I see a tie. I can't see one team pulling out.
I'm really stuck up on this game because Barca are playing so bad, but Barca have Messi. Messi can fucking pull anything up his ass.
Mm-hmm.
But Atletico fucking are playing really well, and Simeone knows how to get the job done, and that's why I think Atletico are winning this game. I'm going 1-0 Atletico, and they're gonna crush Barca's title.
You see 1-0?
I'm going a goal from Morata.
I say 2-2.
That's a good prediction.
Yeah, I say 2-2. I don't know. I can't really see one clear winner in this game.
No, I agree.
All right, so moving on to Wednesday, the first game for that day is Inter versus Brescia.
Oh, Inter, 100%.
I say Inter 2-0 because Brescia, they're so slow.
Bad.
They're so slow. They're so bad.
They're really bad.
I feel so bad for Tonali because he's a defensive. He looks like he plays defensive mid for them because all he does is just stay back and wait to defend. He doesn't go up.
I feel like he's a box to box.
But against who they play last game? I forgot who they played, but
they were Genoa. They were up 2-0 and they tied 2-2.
He just stays back. He doesn't really go forward that much.
And,
I think he needs
no Balotelli.
Honestly, I know he's a head case, but he can change games.
100%.
I think
how much I love Balotelli.
Yeah.
I think Balotelli against Inter. If I'm Brescia, you still have a chance. Like I know they're doomed right now to go to Serie B, but you still have a chance to go. They could have won that game against Genoa. Mm-hmm. Bring Balotelli on, please, because I watched them against Genoa for a bit. Their forwards are horrible.
I know.
Their forwards are so bad. Balotelli at least brings something to the team. I know he hasn't been that good this season, but it's fucking Balotelli, man.
I know he scores, man. He scores in big games too.
For Inter though, you're right. I'm going 2-0 Inter.
2-0?
I'm actually going Lukaku and Lautaro.
I don't really predict scores because I can be wrong all the time, honestly. Yeah. All right, so next game is Spal versus Milan.
Milan.
Milan
3-1.
No, I don't think it's gonna be that big for them. I say 1-0 Milan because I don't know. All right, they can beat. Okay, they beat Roma. Mm-hmm. Great win for them, 2-0. Yeah. But Milan's a type of team that they feed off of that win. But the next game they don't do anything.
They're very inconsistent. I agree, but I think they're gonna get the job done because Zlatan is back in training.
Yeah,
and I think he's gonna play.
No, but I say 1-0 Milan.
Yeah.
All right, so next one, West Ham versus Chelsea, and I see Chelsea written all over this game.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Chelsea because West Ham they're so inconsistent, and Chelsea are playing probably the best soccer right now in the Prem.
They're playing so well.
So I'm gonna go 3-1 Chelsea.
I say 2-0
And
Chelsea.
Pulisic for me is gonna get on the goal. He's gonna score again.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope he does. He's so good.
I could see Giroud too.
Next one. This is a favorite of mine, Arsenal Norwich, because I don't know how I feel about Arsenal anymore.
No, I think Arsenal's gonna win this game.
You think?
Norwich are the worst team in the Prem.
We could say that about any team, but
I know it's Arsenal, but you know what? They just beat Sheffield. That's gonna grow in confidence. They're gonna win this game, and they're gonna win it comfortably. I'm going 4-1.
You think comfortably?
I think 4-1. Aubameyang's gonna break his drought. He's gonna score 2 goals.
I say they're gonna win, yeah, but not comfortably. I say 1-0 Arsenal. All right. So the last game for Wednesday is Everton versus Leicester. This is a
very good game.
This is a good game.
And I'll tell you who's winning this. Everton.
I was gonna say that too.
Everton's winning this game because Ancelotti's if you guys know me, he's my favorite coach.
Yeah.
And Ancelotti just looks like he's actually getting along with this Everton team, not like he did at Napoli. So, they got a good side too. And Leicester are not playing well, and he's going to take advantage of that. I'm going 2-1 Everton.
I go 2-1 Everton as well.
I think Calvert-Lewin's going to score.
I hope Keane comes on at one point and does.
Does something.
He needs confidence to come back up, especially
agree.
for Italy. All right, so moving on to Thursday, last game for games, last day for games. Atalanta versus Napoli. Big game. Big game.
And
honestly, I see one winner. I know you might disagree, but I see Atalanta with this win. Because I don't know, they want to prove that they can also beat big teams in Serie A, and I think they will beat Napoli.
I actually am really excited to watch this game, and we are praying for Napoli to win because we want Roma. We need Roma.
We need that at the same time, but if they can't do it for themselves, why? Okay. I would like a tie, but I see Atalanta winning.
Who's Atalanta's home?
Yeah, I see Atalanta winning this 3. No, I say 2-1. 2-1 Atalanta.
You want to hear my prediction?
You say 1-0 Napoli.
2-0 Napoli.
You're crazy. All right, fine.
2-0. I'm going 2-0 Napoli. You want to know why? Napoli know to defend.
You don't think Atalanta's gonna score 1?
No, I'll tell you why. Kalidou Koulibaly.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see.
He's my favorite defender, and I think Napoli are getting this win. Dries Mertens is getting on the score sheet. 2-0 Napoli.
I say 2-1 Atalanta.
That's a freaking bold.
Yeah, no,
that's so bold. I know everyone is gonna be like, "Yo, are you dumb? Atalanta's fucking crazy right now." I just feel like Atalanta have played so well, and you've used so much of their energy. They looked really tired against Udinese. Okay. So I'm feeling that Napoli's gonna take advantage of that, and Napoli's gonna win.
All right, we'll see, because this is gonna be a nice game to watch.
We should watch that.
No, we should.
Yeah, let's watch that.
All right, next game. Udinese Roma.
Oh my god.
I don't know what to say. Oh my
god.
Coming from the last game with Milan, I don't know what to say anymore.
Udinese actually played pretty well.
We said 2-1 Roma, and then look what happened.
We have bad luck with Udinese too. We lose to them a lot.
I don't know. I can see a tie, but I don't want to see. I see 1-0 Roma.
I don't know, man.
I call 1-0 Roma.
I
call 1-0 Roma because I want them to win 1-0, not because I see it.
Listen, if Dzeko's fit, is Zaniolo? Do you think Zaniolo will play? No, he's not.
I think maybe next
game.
Next.
I want Under to start. I want Under and Kluivert to start together.
Yeah.
This is what I want. I want Dzeko up top, Mkhitaryan as the cam, Under on the right, Kluivert on the left, Diawara in the middle with Cristante. I don't want Pellegrini to start.
You think?
Yeah, and I know many Roma fans are going to tell me, oh, why? Pellegrini's amazing. He's one of our best players. Mkhitaryan at the number 10 role does really well. And Kluivert and Under are fucking fast as fuck.
Yeah, I know.
Carlos Perez is not faster than Under. And I'm telling you, those runs in behind will get us a lot of goals. But I'm actually going to go bold here. I'm going 3-0 Roma.
I say 1. Well, they're home, so I say 1-0 Roma. 3-0. I don't know. Next game for that day is Man City versus Liverpool.
That's a really good game, but it honestly doesn't mean much for Liverpool.
It doesn't mean much, but at the same time, what do you think they're going to do? Do you think they're going to put in their full team?
But it means a lot for City.
Well, it means a lot of bragging rights. It means a lot for City,
This is bragging rights.
But this is a lot for City and bragging rights.
And that's why I'm going to go 1-1. Because I think both teams are actually evenly matched. Liverpool's better, but Man City can really fuck. Man City, for me, are the one team in the Premier League, actually not Chelsea too, that can put up a fight against Liverpool.
Yeah.
So I'm going Man City and Liverpool 1-1, Sterling and Salah.
If Liverpool actually care about this game...
No, they will.
I can say
you can never doubt Liverpool's mentality.
No, I know. I can say 2-1, but I'll go with 1-1 as well.
Yeah.
All right, next one is Sheffield United versus Tottenham.
That's actually a very good game.
Yeah, but I still see Tottenham pulling away with the win. Because Sheffield, they're just
Let me
not
tell
in
you
form.
something. I think Sheffield's gonna win this game.
Really?
You want to know why? Because they've lost so many games. I think they're gonna wake up and they're just gonna be like, guys, we need to fucking win this game.
You make a lot of bold predictions.
Yeah, I know. And Tottenham, in my opinion, just aren't good this year.
Really?
So I'm gonna go actually 2-1 Sheffield.
I say 2-0 Tottenham. Maybe I'm going bold. Who knows? All right, so the last game for that day is Real Madrid Getafe.
This is actually a very tough game because Getafe are very good.
Yeah, but
And Real are Real. So they're doing well this season, but still, can't doubt Getafe. But
no.
I'm still gonna go Real here. I'm gonna go a 2-0 win for Real. I think Ramos back.
I say one more goal. I say 3-0.
3-0. Nah, I think. I don't know, 2-0 or 2-1 because Getafe can score goals.
Yeah, but I feel like Real Madrid they want to win La Liga now.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna start scoring big goals.
They will win this game though. I think they will win this
100%.
game. So let's move on about transfers. That's big.
Oh,
Transfers
yeah,
right now. A lot of transfers that happen. Obviously, let's talk about the most important one. Arthur and Pjanic going
that
opposite
swap deal,
ways.
that's honestly
Win for Juve, loss for Barca.
because he's so young and the Pjanic is so old. Like
Not only that, we've been crying that Juve need a midfielder.
Yeah.
And he's the perfect midfielder.
100%.
For sorry ball.
This is out of nowhere.
He's a CDM too.
Yeah, I like this.
This is another Jorginho.
I like this transfer. I love this transfer.
Yeah, so I think this makes sense for Juve. For Barca, I'll give you one positive for Barca. I know everything's negative, and by the way, Barca did this because the board need money and they need to sell some funds. Arthur had a lot of wages, but I'll tell you what's a positive for Barca. Pjanic is a top class player.
He'll fit Barca more than Juve, I think.
No, it's not that.
I think so. Because
if Barca play Pjanic the right way, he will succeed, and that's. Remember how he played at Roma?
Yeah.
The number 10 role, but obviously Messi's the number 10. But you know what I mean. In the midfield, like going up a lot. If he's played in that role, which I think he will be, because De Jong and Busquets sit.
Yeah.
Pjanic will thrive. He will
Honestly,
thrive.
I hope he does.
And he's Barca quality.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, he'll do better for Barca.
So I think for Barca, that's the only positive I can give you. For Juve, it's a win though.
He's so young. That's a biggest win for them. He's so young. They can develop him. He's a Brazilian midfielder that'll become one of the best.
Yeah. All right. What's the next transfer?
So next one is Hakimi to Inter.
Great transfer.
Yeah, really, this is Conte. I know what Conte's trying to do. He loves defenders.
Yeah.
He's trying to build from the back.
Well, they need a right wing back.
Yeah, and he's the perfect player
and
for that.
There's one problem with him though.
His defensive skills.
Yes, but Conte can fix that. Because Conte's the master at fixing that. And not only that, they need a right wing back because, let's be honest, Moses and Candreva are not fucking...
Well, Candreva does well.
He does well, but he's like 34 or some shit like that.
He does really well attacking.
Yeah, and Hakimi's just young. He's talented. He scores goals. He knows how to attack. Just needs to work on his defending. That's a great deal. And what Dortmund did is that they got Thomas Meunier from PSG.
That's really
I actually think that's a better signing than Hakimi. And I'll tell you why. Meunier has experience. He can defend. He can score goals. He has leadership. I heard him PSG is one of the leaders in the team. So I think that's a steal for Dortmund too.
Well, it's also a steal for Inter, in my opinion.
Yeah. Good. Both signings are good, in my opinion.
All right, well, it's not really a lot more to say about. Like, Chelsea have not submitted... What?
Pedro to Roma.
Oh, yeah. But we talked about that already.
Oh, yeah, we did, yeah. But that's a good sign.
That is a good sign for Roma. Well, the next one is Kai Havertz. Chelsea have not submitted a bid for him, which is confusing. Cause, he's a good player.
I feel like
not need him?
No, I feel like that would be great if they get him, but I feel like that transfer will go later on.
Because Lampard's the one who said not submitted anything.
I feel like it'll go later on in the summer because it's just too soon. The Bundesliga just ended though, so
we'll see.
Yeah.
Thiago wants to leave Bayern. That's a big one too. He wants to leave. He said it straight out. He wants to leave.
I'll take him at Roma.
Me too. Like, where's he
if
gonna
I'm
go?
Juve, I would get Thiago.
Do you think you might? I think it's really smart.
But I see him at one team.
In La Liga, you think?
No, Manchester City.
Why?
Because Pep.
Yeah, you're right.
Pep loves Thiago.
No, you're right. I don't know.
So I could see him go there.
That's it for transfers. Obviously, signing to Bayern, but that's old news.
Yeah, that's old news.
Yeah,
but questions we had for each other to finish off the video. I'll let you start first.
My first question. I want a good answer. Why do Lazio get so lucky with penalties? So lucky.
If I could give you a good answer, I would, but I honestly don't know.
Because I haven't seen it, like, the past few games, like, they just get so lucky.
They do.
And Mobile has 11 goals out of 28.
Maybe the refs just want a good competition for you.
Fuck,
but
why?
Nah, I'll be honest, I don't know. But they have got lucky with so many penalties this year. I could say like 80% of the goals are penalties. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It's really annoying.
They say Juve gets a lot of penalties.
Yeah.
Bro, these Lazio's insane.
Don't take that away from their incredible season, though.
I'm not taking anything away, but it's annoying.
Mm-hmm.
So the next question is Stefano Pioli the right coach for Milan?
Absolutely
the perfect coach.
not.
Why?
Absolutely not. He's done well, but he's not a Milan long-term coach. Because if Milan want to build a team, want to do well, wanna just win stuff, you need a winning coach. Pioli has not won shit in his career.
No, I know. So who do you think is the right coach for Milan?
Well, they want that guy from Leipzig, Ralphnick or whatever his name is.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good coach, but I don't know if he's Serie A.
Pochettino is still hiding there.
That's what I was saying. He can be there. I could see him coach Milan.
Me too.
But he's looking at that Newcastle job.
Whatever, that's just money. Alright. So I couldn't really think of a third question, so this is one for the Arsenal fans. How bad is Arsenal going to lose against City in the FA Cup?
I don't think they're gonna lose bad.
Alright, but
I could see them giving a good fight, but I'm not sure they'll win.
Really?
Yeah, but
I think they're gonna get destroyed.
I don't know. For Arsenal, they lose to City a lot, but I don't think they're gonna get destroyed.
Alright, we'll see what happens. We'll see.
So I got questions for you. Was Inter's win lucky or was it title mentality?
At first maybe lucky, but no, I think it's title mentality. I think they want to. You know why it's title mentality? Because Conte's the coach for that team, and he has that winning mentality. He's won it with Juve, 4 times?
He definitely kicked the shit out of them after that game.
100%, because he wants them to win. He definitely kicked the shit
I
out of them
agree.
at halftime.
But I think it was half lucky because they did not fucking play well. But it was half mentality.
Well, think about it this way. Last year, I don't know. You remember the games that Juve won out of luck? That was title mentality.
Mm-hmm.
That was luck, but that was a sense of a good team. I think this is a sense of a good team in the future.
No, yeah, I agree. Mm-hmm. All right, next question. Who's winning the FA Cup?
I say Chelsea.
I'm going Man City.
Really?
Yeah, because Man City, they need to win this.
I believe that's going to be the final.
I could see that, but I don't think that's going to be the finals.
I'm
going United City.
I say Chelsea City.
But I think City are going to win this. Well, you think Chelsea. Mm-hmm. Why do you think Chelsea?
Because they just... I don't know. I feel like this is meant for them to win. Yeah.
No,
this was meant for them to win, and then
they could win. Like, I think City, Chelsea, and Man U could win.
Mm-hmm.
For Arsenal, I don't know. I don't think so.
No.
But I see City because I think City are just the best team in the competition. Last question I have for you. I think this is actually the best question.
What?
Do Barca... Okay, so I said earlier in the video that Barca rely too much on Messi.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, they had Neymar, Xavi, Iniesta, all these players. Do Barca need to sign Neymar to make Messi not like reliant on everything, or do they just need a squad overhaul? That means like getting rid of Coutinho, Dembele, Griezmann, even Suarez maybe because he's getting old, and just building a really good team for the future maybe, or do they need to sign Neymar and just go for it next year?
I think honestly, this is Barca we're talking about.
This is a tough question.
I think this is like I think they should take Neymar or just don't buy players and develop just a team now for next year because Barca's the type of team that they don't want to wait. They want to win now. They want to prove that they're the best in La Liga and the best in Europe. They can compete with Premier League teams and Serie A teams, every team. I think they want to go for it next year. I think they should go for it next year. And
Neymar.
They either sign Neymar and go for it next year or don't sign Neymar but still go for it next year.
The thing is, they actually might not even have that much money to get Neymar.
So maybe
unless Neymar takes a pay cut. Which I could see him do though.
Maybe.
Because he loves Barca.
But I don't know. I think they should go for it next year. Either way, any way, shape or form.
What do you mean go for it? Like sign Neymar?
No. Like even if you don't sign Neymar, just go for it next year. Develop do better this year for next year.
In my opinion, I think they should go for a squad overhaul though.
Really?
Because I don't think they have the money for Neymar, and if they do a squad overhaul, you could build from the back to the midfield, and then you have good forwards. You have Messi, Suarez, Ansu Fati's good. Maybe sign one more forward, but they have good players.
I don't think they can do a squad overhaul because of Messi, because he's the dictator of that team.
Well, we'll see. But anyways, thank you guys for watching.
Yeah.
We hope we covered everything we needed. But yeah, we'll be back with the previews of the weekend games and reviewing these games. Thank you for watching.
Peace out.